Hi everybody and welcome on this rather gloomy day in December, just before Christmas 2020. What we're going to do today is show you how we make a collaborate guitar video. So I'm going to take you through the whole process from the moment I discover what the backing track is up to the moment I deliver the final product of the video. And follow me to the rehearsal space where I will download the track, have listened to it and try to figure out what's going on the backing track and what chords are played. There's a studio upstairs that I will show you later, but for the recording of the guitar I will do it here because it's easy, it's fast. Just use my little pedal board there, Princeton amp, microphone into the DAW. Alright, here it is, Google Drive. Keeps coming up with these updates. Don't want an update, don't want that update, don't want that update. Go to my drive, there you go. Here's my drive. This is the file and I will download it. So I right click, download it, there you go. It's downloading, play the track from the download, it's on my desktop now. Here it is. I'll just grab the guitar in a minute, try to figure out the chords. Okay, that slide in the beginning is a giveaway. I assume the bass guitarist slides into the root of the chord. Oh, it starts on a B. So it's E minor. Now, given the fact that it's a very obvious chord progression, as we heard when I downloaded the track, I sort of think that the chords will not be too remote from E minor. So the chords that I have in my head already are E minor, B minor, A minor, G, C, and D. That's what I think. Let's have a listen. So the second note is a C. There you go, that's your A. So and it could be C major. And then it goes to the A. And I wouldn't be surprised if it went on to a B. That's exactly what he's doing. And I'm back to E, I suppose. Yeah, okay, so the chord progression is actually E minor. Going to a C, going to an A, to a B, back to an E. So it's totally in the key of E minor. Here comes the major 7. Yep. So the second part, it starts with a C major 7. Oh, this is the Year of the Cat. See, that's why I was thinking about that. Did you hear that? Okay, here we go, I think. C. B. A. D. C. B. Oh, I love that. So the middle part, the B section. C major 7. B minus. A minor. D. Which is actually in the key of E minor, but the second chord, the F, is not. It is actually in the key of G, relative to the E minor. It's the flat 7th, which is not too uncommon. I've decided after all not to write down the chords because I'm only going to do the first bit of the song. So A section, the B section, and that's it. After that you got another A section and then a B slightly varied bit. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to focus on the first A and then the first B. Imagine that. So I've listened to the progression a couple of times and I've decided to have a bit of that Cat Stevens, Al Stewart, excuse me, Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, Stewart, Cat, Stevens, Stewart, thing in there because I really like that solo. And I decided not to listen to the original because I might just copy the original, but I still think it's the beginning of the solo is. So I want to start the solo with that. Let's just see if the idea works. Something like that, and then we have that C major chord that starts the B section, so that C major. And when something like that happens, I always have the urge to do an arpeggio on that major 7. I think that comes from David Gilmour. Sort of. Now guys, that we figured out what the chords are, more or less, and came up with some ideas of what to play over with the guitar. I'm not going to spend too much time on the guitar because this video is about how I go about the process of making the compilation of the video. So the guitar solo is not the first priority. Let's focus on this. So I'm going to use Logic for the guitar recording here. Opening Logic here on the computer. There you go. And it starts the file that I've worked on last. So I'm going to save this as I called it the Year of the Cat video because it sounds a bit like Year of the Cat, but it's actually the Guitar Retreat Jam December 2020. That sounds like a solid name for that. Alright, now I have to locate a file. It's this one, it's called MS1LA Acoustic and this and that. Get it into to Logic. I just drag it from the desktop into the DAW, so that's something that in the 90s we could only dream about. But of course, modern times, it just does it. So you drag it into your DAW. And I've dragged it onto bar 3870 something. So what I'm going to do is just cut it, go to the beginning of the song, and paste it. There you go. Let's have a listen. Here it is. Okay, since we are playing with X number of guitar players, I like to put it on a grid so that I can move things around. So I like to add a click and make sure that I got the right tempo in the click so that everything just nicely lines up. So I'm going to zoom in really big, and you see that first hit there. That's going to be my 0. Or maybe not, maybe just like, let's make it a bar 4. So if somebody plays an upbeat, bar 5, sorry. So if somebody plays an upbeat or a pickup line, I still have room for that. So I'm gonna snap to bar. Alright, so now the song starts at bar 5. So listen, well, the countdown starts at bar 5. Should do that. That's a psych. You idiot! You idiot! There you go. Right. Now I have to find out what tempo it is. So I'm going to zoom in a bit more. And it's good that they have a click at the beginning, so that helps me set the tempo. There you go. I'm going to just select the first. What am I doing? The first 4 bars. Loop it, cycle it. Actually, the first 2 bars enough. Zoom in a bit. I'll zoom in a bit. I already know what I'm doing, but what I'm gonna do. So you can see that the ticks sort of or almost line up with the bars, but not exactly. And if you listen to it, you can hear that our click track is slightly slower than the tempo of the song. Our click is at 120, so usually it goes up with even numbers and even length. Increases with force. There you go, 124. That's it. So the tempo is 124. Just to make sure that I've done it right, I'm gonna move to sort of in the last bit of the song and see if the click still lines up with the song. Turn that cycle thing off. I must apologize. I mean, I work in Studio One most of the time, so Logic is not my main DAW. But you can hear the click. Spot on. So that was easy. I'll save this song. I've already named it. There you go. So now what I'm going to do now is make sure that I got some space for my guitar. So I'll add a new track. It's going to be an audio track. Input. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Steinberg UR22 interface. I plugged it in. There you go. Logic immediately recognized it. I might have to do this process again. Look, he's thinking about it. He's trying to make friends with this interface. There you go. I'm going to use input 1. I'm just going to use input 1. Disconnect that one. Input 1 is the SM57 that goes into the amp. Okay, one audio track, create that. And I will name it Guitar Pad. Who would have thought? There you go. I'll arm the track and then just look, if I tap on the microphone, the signal coming in. So what I'll do now, I'll record my bit very quickly with the ideas that I've just explained at the beginning of the video. And then I'll bring everything up to the studio upstairs into Studio One, because that's actually where I'm gonna compile the whole thing. Okay, here we go for the guitar. Maybe not the most exciting guitar solo, but it fits the chords and it's exactly what I want to do for this video. So I got that down now. I'm gonna go up in the studio and load everything into Studio One, and I will show you how I go around finalizing the project once I got the videos from the other guys. Guys, one thing I forgot to tell you is how I get this file from Logic into Studio One. There you go. So that's the count in. I copy that and I'll paste it on top of the guitar track. So now on the guitar track, I've got a count in at the beginning of the song. So if I now, and I will do it quickly, so this is that, I'll save the song. If I mute this track, the top track, yeah, I can now bounce the song and it will only bounce whatever is not muted. So I got in the beginning the countdown and then my audio file, and everything is nicely synced up to the 124 beats per minute. So how do you get that file? And it's different in every DAW, so in this case you have to bounce it, the project or the section. I will bounce it as a MP3 file, 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz sample rate, and then it will ask me where it should bounce it, and I put it in the guitar retreat jam folder. There you go, and that should give me a clean guitar track to work with in Studio One upstairs. It's converted into MP3, bouncing, done. That's it. So now I can upload the file onto the cloud, pick it up from the cloud upstairs and pull it into Studio One for further editing. Here we go.